Medium. I am here today to talk about your clairs. What are clairs and how many do you have? You can find all this information in the digital downloadable Mediumship 101 course available on my website for a very reasonable price. All the information will be linked below. So, clair comes from the French word for clear seeing or clear knowing or clear. So we have several clairs. There are extrasensory perceptions: clear seeing, clear hearing, clear tasting, clear smelling, clear feeling, clear knowing. All of those things are our extrasensory perceptions that mediums use, and psychics, but mediums use to connect to loved ones in spirit. So let's go through a few of those clairs. We will explore them, and you can mark down which ones you have. Claircognizance is a clair I had my whole life, and I didn't know I had it, because those of you who know me know I have a scientific background. I'm a trained scientist. I've worked in science communication and education for over 20 years. And I always knew things. And I used to joke that I was psychic, and I was half joking and half serious. But I did know things. I knew things that were going to happen. I knew decisions people were going to make. I just knew things. And until I became a trained medium, I didn't realize that I'm not supposed to know those things. Like, most people don't know those things. It's like boosted up intuition is what it's like. So that's clear knowing. I'll give you an example. I was with my family when my boys were younger. We were driving from Savannah, Georgia to Disney World in Florida. And I told my husband, I just knew in my head there was going to be a car accident in about 30 seconds. And I said, honey, please slow down. There's going to be a car accident in about 30 seconds. And he listened, and he slowed down. And about 30 seconds later, there was a car accident that we would have been in, most likely, had he not slowed down. Now, it's not like he was speeding or anything, but if you've ever driven on 95 through Florida, you know it's a crazy highway. So that's an example of claircognizance, clear knowing. I knew that was going to happen before it happened. Okay. That's one example. Other clairs are clairvoyance. That's clear seeing. Now, you can see things inside your mind's eye, inside, like when you see a daydream, that's internal clairvoyance. But there's also external clairvoyance, where you see things in person. You see spirits, or you see objects that are in front of you, kind of like holographic looking. That's clear seeing. For me, I have most of my clairvoyance is internal, but I do occasionally have external clairvoyance. You can exercise and learn how to strengthen those. And in the guidebook here, it gives you exercises and journal prompts and how to strengthen all of your clairs. Clear hearing, clairaudience is hearing things, and the same with clairvoyance. Sometimes it's inside your head, and sometimes it's outside of your head. So if you've ever been laying down to take a nap or go to bed at night and you hear somebody call your name externally, that's clairaudience. If you hear a voice in your head talking and it's not your thoughts, that's also clairaudience. That's internal. The next clair is clairsentience, or physical feeling. Now, I get this pretty commonly in my readings, where I can feel somebody's heart attack, or the chest pressure, or the tightening in the chest. I have felt myself getting injured in a variety of different ways in readings, and I get pains in my body. That is a physical feeling coming from spirit. And I know that when it's coming from spirit, as soon as I mention it to my client, the pain goes away and subsides. As soon as I say, I have your grandfather here, he passed from a heart attack because I feel my chest is hurting, and they say, yes, that's how he passed, I can say, okay, and then spirit pulls that energy back, and I don't feel it anymore once it's validated. That's just how I work. That may not be the same for every medium. The next Claire is Claire empathy. Claire, this is emotional feeling. This is when you feel the feelings of the loved ones in spirit who you're connecting with. So, for example, if I'm talking to a client in front of me and they're connecting to their son who had mental illness or emotional unwellness, I can feel their emotions. Now, not every medium has all of these clairs, right? It's up to us to decide or to figure out which clairs we do and don't have. But clair empathy is emotional feeling. You will hear clair empathy and clair sentience used interchangeably, but there is, a difference between them. So don't get caught up in all of the verbiage all the time. Clair gustance is clear tasting. That's when you'll be giving a reading and you taste grandma's lemon bread, and you're like, that's weird. That's lemon bread, but it's bready. Like you can taste it in your mouth. And clear aliens is clear smelling. This, I get a lot of people telling me they smell cigarette smoke or gasoline or other things. And that's because a spirit is bringing that to your awareness because it strikes a memory in your head of their cigarette smoke or of the fact that they worked on cars and so you're smelling gasoline. So this is a brief list of the clairs and how, a basic definition of them. So let me know in the comments below how many clairs you have. And if you want to learn more, you can get the digital downloadable course on my website. And if you like this content and you want to learn more, please like, share, and subscribe. It is totally free, but it helps me in the algorithm. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.